everyone, I'm with Bob Durfey, who's the Director of Construction Services for EnviroMed Design Group. I want to thank you for speaking with us today here in Chicago. How are you?
I'm good, Jill. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks so much. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your company?
Hey, our company is a multifunctional design company. We are based in Minnesota, Texas, and Florida. There are 7 individuals there, and we will design an office from the ground up. We provide all of the construction services, the floor plan, the interior design. We will provide the furniture, the wall covering. We have a data person on staff that will design the technology system and come to the site, totally install it, and integrate it.
Wonderful. Now, what makes your company maybe different than other design firms out there?
Well, we can handle the complete project, so there is no missing link as the program goes along. If you have a data person that is hired by somebody else to come in, sometimes there's a lack of interlap on there.
There always is, right? Lack of communication at times.
It's called communication or lack of. So I think just having the full design capabilities in-house provides for a more complete project.
Okay, can you go over again the exact services that you do offer?
We offer construction management, we offer site investigation, we offer building code review, we offer floor plan design. We'll do a floor plan without doing the rest of the project, so which is really the meat of the project. If you haven't got a floor plan that works, then you haven't got a project. You know, you can do all kinds of pretty things, you can put all kinds of equipment in, and if it isn't designed properly, you've got a project that's not going to work. Because when you go through this, the bricks, the mortar, the cabinets are all going to cost the same. And the design and the way this is all assembled brings out the success or the failure of the project.
Interesting. All right, now as far as design, what have you seen the trends now going towards over the last few years? Is there a certain trend that...
We're seeing people are getting to be more green. They're more concerned about the interior of the space, how it, what it is made of, if you will. You know, the products that off-gas, and they're looking more at a greener environment for the patients, but also for the employees, you know, for the staff that's in there working all day. It's like buying a new car. You get into the new car and you say, wow, this is a new car. And you get the same thing in a building when you walk in, depending on the products you choose. If you take a carpet that is petroleum-based, so it's a nylon or a Dacron or something like that, you're going to get a certain amount of off-gassing from that versus using a wool or a recycled product. And it's the material selection will drive what happens inside. You know, how do you handle your air changes, your filtration, and things like that, so it's the air quality overall. You know, all these things are going to off-gas, whether it's the particle board in the cabinets or the carpet or the paint. You know, you can buy some cheap paint. You can also buy some no VOC paint now, so there's no off-gassing. You put it on, it dries, and it's done. So we're finding that people are looking more towards that. They're willing to spend more money for that part of the design to create a greener building. We're doing projects now with geothermal heating and cooling. It's probably 50% more up front for the heating system, but overall it's going to pay back. You know, you're going to get that money back. There are a lot of incentives out there from the state, from the federal government. Local utilities are providing incentives on this because they can have somebody go geothermal instead of building more capacity into a power plant. So we're seeing people getting more concerned about that. We did a project where the entire office is run with solar power. And it's got an array of solar cells. It's as big as a billboard.
That's obviously saving money for them. And what other ways does your service provide people to make more money?
Well, with the efficiency of the design, a lot of people will design a building too big, you know, to say maybe we're going to go out and lease 3,000 feet, we only need 2,500 feet. We will go to work and try and get that lease reduced to the space they need. So they're not paying for that extra rent. It's knowing the layout of the floor plan, what makes it work, how big do these spaces have to be, and coaching the client in what these needs really are. We all, you know, in our lives, in our mind, we're pretty good with 10%. You know, we know 10% of what we have up here we know. You know, I know I'm talking to you, I know I'm on camera, But there's that 90% that we don't know that we don't know. And this is what we try and get into. We try and get into that 90% and bring some of that knowledge to the client so they can make better choices. And as they go through the design, they end up with a floor plan that is concise and tight and functions properly laid out, and it just works better.
Right. Now, off camera before we were discussing something that's called LEED. Would you mind giving me more information on that?
LEED, Leadership in Environmental and Energy Design. It's a rating program sponsored by the U.S. Green Building Council. And what it does is take into account the different products I've talked about. It talks about site design. I mean, it's a big topic, but it's a way you can rate your building, the green health of your building, by the type of product you put in. They talk about stormwater management. They'll go as far back as how a cabinet manufacturer deals with the waste in their shop.
Wow.
So we have a cabinet shop we work with that was using like 8 dumpsters a month, and they went into a grinding system for all of their waste product, and that gets ground up, sucked away, and put into a semi and hauled away, and it's used for animal bedding. So they're down to 1 dumpster a month. So, so they're getting some credits for this instead of taking all of this product, trucking it, hauling it away, putting it in a landfill someplace. They're reusing it. So it's part of the recycle program.
Right.
So
well, here in Chicago at Midwinter Conference, I've been taking a look at your brochure, which, by the way, is beautiful. You got some beautiful design work here. And would you mind telling everybody the website that they can go check out to see some of your work?
Check us out at www.enviromedgroup.com.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for talking with me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe.
All right. You have a great day.
Very well. Thank you.
Thanks.